Right. Well, my son's looking forward to traveling, and I said, well, you get to travel. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
And he's wanting to go overseas, and, I'm glad that he's got that attitude. He's very positive, and he's in great physical condition, better than what the Air Force needs, but they put him on a death march, and he was the only one that didn't basically collapse because he runs 10 miles a day, and he was athlete of the year, and football, field and track, all that crap,
Oh goddamn! He was like he was training for that his whole life.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's very serious when it comes. He don't smoke, thank God. He doesn't drink really. That could change being in the military, but I told him just stay away from the jack wagons in the military because they'll bring you down. Choose your friends wisely.
Yeah, my man. When I was in the military, I was the only person who didn't pick up either smoking or chewing tobacco.
Right. I smoked, but I used to run 3 miles a day before I lost my leg. I played sports 5 nights a week. Like I said, I had horses. I had to learn to shoe them because not many people want to shoe a draft horse. Biggest horse I shot was a Percheron. He weighed over 3,000 pounds. They're the largest horse in the world. Took me over an hour to put shoes on him because, God, he wore me out. Yeah, they got a foot like an elephant. But they're gentle, man. I tell you what, I would never buy a kid a pony because ponies are dumb. They ain't got sense God gave a goat. But a draft horse, they are truly gentle giants. And they just, whether they're big, they know they can hurt you if they want to. It's like the big guys, they don't go around having to prove nothing like a little guy has the, little man syndrome. Ponies are like that. If you find one with a good head on him, then you got a hell of a pony. But most of the time, they're just trouble. And they'll run a big horse to death. I don't know what it is about ponies, but big horses will follow them anywhere. If you notice at the racetracks, they use lead ponies for a lot of the thoroughbreds that are high strung. It keeps them calmed down for some reason. There's something about them. Now, my ex-wife was a barrel racing champ. That girl could ride, man, better than any guy I ever seen. She could handle a horse as little as she was. Wasn't too much in the saddlebacks, but I do like them Morgans. I almost went to Nova Scotia. That's what they had a world horse pulling competition. Teams from all over the world come there. They used to. I've been out of the game for 20 years. It got so expensive. I just couldn't afford it anymore. The vet bills, man. I mean, I learned to do it myself. I gotta have a vet in and check them. Every time I buy a new horse, I'd always get him wormed and have him, give him a physical, watch out for shipping fever, that kind of stuff. But horses get sick so easy. Unlike a cow, if you do surgery on a horse, he has to be in a sterile operating room. A cow, you can cut them open in the field because they got multiple stomachs, and bacteria doesn't really affect them so much.
Yeah, I
like
see what
horses. I had a vet that taught at Ohio State, which is the #1 college in the world for veterinary medicine, and I were to deal out with him. He said, we don't know much about horses, especially draft horses. He says, if I can bring my students down here, I'll cut you some slack on your vet bill. And I said, you got a deal, pal. So he cut me like 50%. Sometimes he didn't even charge me.
Jeez.
He was my neighbor too, so yeah, vets, man. That's where the money is. Vets make more money than most medical doctors.
Yeah, well, that's true, I suppose.
Well, people love their cats and dogs, so even though they had to go to school for 10 years, but still, it's... But I enjoyed it. It was a lot of work, but to me it was fun. It's just an expensive hobby.
Yeah. Well, sure, when I was a kid, I used to, now this is back in Newfoundland, I used to live next to basically a guy. He used to dabble, I should say, in like farm work. He had like cows sometimes, he had horses sometimes, goats, chickens.
I did have a pair of goats.